Hey there, this is Broomba, and welcome to Straight to the Point with Broomba, episode number 3. Today we're going to actually be looking at Star Wars The Old Republic. I initiated and activated my account, I believe it was Thursday night or Friday night actually. And so I started playing it on both Sith and the Jedi Republic. And I have several characters on PvE and PvP, and I have actually more on PvP. 3 Jedis and 4 Sith. So I'm leveling them up gradually and slowly and actually taking advantage of enjoying the game instead of space spamming the bar that most people do when they, first begin doing Star Wars, or currently probably many still do. I will not do that. I will simply just play through the game and enjoy the questing, enjoy the storytelling, enjoy these class level. Um, I tried streaming it, and I had to do some tweaks and modifications that it took me a day or two to figure out, or actually ask for help, and people offered me help, and so that was very worthy. And thank you very much for those who contributed in that regard. The overall experience so far has been really good. I enjoy the actual leveling and questing of it, and the interaction I get as a character, regardless if it's Sith or Republic, regardless of what class I am, bounty hunter, agent, Jedi Knight, Sith warrior, whatever, consular, whatever it is. It's been really good, except for the first time I did it Friday night, late Friday night actually. Um, yeah, trying to figure out exactly where the kinks were so that I can go into the game settings of Star Wars and tweak with the graphics and user face interface, and then also the key binding as well. How to get those few minor adjustments made to the game so that actually I could easily control and manage my character. Instead of using the preset conditions, I actually use somewhat sort of key binding that I use in WoW when I multi-box and play WoW characters. It's easier for me on the keyboard to actually know certain keys to do certain functions, and they're within the reach of my hands, and just makes it so much easier to actually play and level up a character. So it's been a good experience, and the few tweaks I did do were turn off shadows. That was causing my mouse to basically just move across the screen, but when I left click the mouse and hold it down to move my camera or move my guy around, it just won't do. It just won't do nothing. It's just lack of interaction and whatnot. So I had to turn the shadows off. That helped drastically. Um, the other two tweaks I did were within the graphic interface, turning off or turning down completely to zero the shadow of the trees and the ground, the grass, the terrain, because that obviously, for some reason, was making my character not move and making the experience not very fun. So I did those tweaks, and so far they worked fine. And I did stream for about, I guess, about 2, 3, 4 minutes on, yeah, under 5 minutes. About I don't know, 7 o'clock ish, and I moved the camera all around, I moved my guy around, and I, did all sorts of other stuff, testing that out, and it seemed to be running real smooth now. So I'm really pleased with that. So I'll be streaming Star Wars. Some of my characters, Sith and Republic, I'll be streaming them in the next couple of days. Days off, of course, I'm not working. Maybe I'll do an hour of Star Wars on Wednesday. I want to do this gradually. A lot of people, like I said, rush through the leveling and space spam the bar and all that. I don't want to do that. I want to really enjoy the game. And so far, what I'm seeing, it looks like it's going to be a very promising game in itself. And it could be moments where I actually do stream more than 1 hour of Star Wars. Maybe preferably on the weekends when I actually have longer times of the day when I actually have time devoted for streaming. So I'm looking forward to that. So overall, it's been so far really good, except for those kinks I had to work out through the Star Wars graphics interface, and also be able to stream it. Finally, real quick, I just saw this actually. I decided to now pretty much stream and run both DX Tory and XSplit at the same time with both WoW multiboxing and solo character and Star Wars, and I think that really does make a major difference and improvement, because just running XSplit by itself it causes the CPU to use additional resources. Also, I also turned off a lot of my unnecessary programs and background stuff that hogs up the CPU. So I'm using Game Booster 3, free thing from IOBit, free software. It actually enables your computer to be optimized for gaming usage. And secondly, the same company who produces it, IOBit, also produced a thing called Advanced Care number 5, and there's a thing on there that you can actually power boost your computer, and it turns off more stuff, so it frees up more RAM and more CPU. So I'm using that. I'm using Game Booster 3 at the same time. Turns off the network stuff, like, you know, sharing files, a printer, turns on all. It disables it. It frees up a lot of RAM and frees up a lot of other programs that use RAM and CPU usage that otherwise would hog your system down. And then I use DxTory, and I set that as a camera 1, and so it just basically captures the game instead of the background or the screen capture that I used to do in just XSplit alone. So I'm seeing a major improvement, and the frames per second actually inside like buildings, or inside like the Sith building or the Federation Republic building. Before I did DxTory, even with DxTory, even actually, tell you the truth, even without streaming, I noticed the frames below 10, anywhere from 4 to 10 frames per second. And then I did DxTory, did XSplit, and did those tweaks in the game. The grass turning down, and the trees and the shadows off. Even without streaming, it actually went up to about 15 to 20, even 30% frames per second, even inside the buildings. And then as I was streaming, actually was getting anywhere from about 17 to 25 frames per second inside, or close to that, and outside I was getting close to 30. So overall, I've made the right tweaks, made the right adjustments, and I'll be doing Star Wars probably maybe Wednesday, maybe a couple hours Wednesday. If not, definitely Friday and Saturday and Sunday of next weekend. So yeah, things are going along smoothly, and more people are starting to stop by. Appreciate that. Thank you. That means a lot to me. Means I actually not only have more content to give out to you, but you actually have something to come back forward to in the days I'm streaming, and of course these shows and my blog, which I'm going to do in a sec. A very brief wrap up of the week. So yeah, things are running smooth. More people are subscribing to my YouTube. I got more followers on my Twitch, and so things are getting out there. And the contest is going to be coming along nicely in about 3 weeks. No, actually next weekend. Yep, next weekend. My birthday, in fact, or that Saturday of March, first Saturday in March, or the first Friday in March. So I haven't decided when. Probably, I probably will do the contest Friday or Saturday night during. Let's see. I got a schedule for 2 to 6 on Friday and Saturday. So sometime between 4 and 6 I might do the contest. Or actually I might, after my 6 o'clock stream, I actually might take an hour break and then come on for about 10 minutes and do the contest winners, and then come back at about 9 o'clock. I don't know. I'll think about it. It just happens to me. So guys, that's in the works, and the more people who know about it, the more chances you actually can win a game, win a contest, and win a prize. And I think that's starting to perk up a little bit. I think people are starting to kind of, ooh, interesting. Okay, all I have to do is show up. And you know what? Yeah, I mean, this is to be 3 times a month. So this is, you know, it's not buying viewers. It's rewarding my viewers. It's rewarding my mods. It's rewarding my fellow gamers in the community. And you know, I've got some good prizes on the horizon I want to be contemplating and getting for the April, May, and June, July, and even into the fall. So it's only 3 times a month, and you know, that's really not that bad, really. So that's picking up, and viewers are picking up, and subscribers of Facebook and Twitter and Twitch and YouTube are picking up. So I appreciate that. Thanks a lot, guys. Anyway, yeah, Star Wars. When I play more into the story itself and wrapping all this up, because this is what this is by gaming, and those itches, sorry. Probably by the end of next weekend, I think I'll devote a little bit more time to the overall experience of Star Wars, both as a Jedi and Sith. Or actually, you know what I'm going to do? I actually might make spaced out over the several months. Here's what I'll do for these particular episodes of Straight to the Point with Broomba, because it deals with gaming, right? So I might actually do this spaced out over the next several months, not back to back to back back. That'd get boring and all that. What I might do is in between, like, show ideas for this particular show, content. I actually might do one that's devoted for like Jedi Knight. I might devote one to Jedi Consular. Uh, you know. Imperial Agent, whatever, and then space that out, and then have one show devoted to Bounty Hunter, Sith Warrior, and all that kind of Sith whatever, and then in between shows, like like 1 week could be this, 1 week could be a completely different show, and then the third week might be Jedi Knight, and the fourth week might be a different show, and maybe the fifth week after that might be just a different show itself, and then space it out. So give my impression, my opinion, my experience, excuse me, of leveling both a Jedi and Republic. A Jedi, the same thing. Jedi and Sith, Republic and Sith, and the different classes involved. And then gonna give you, excuse me, whoa, I need some more water. Late two. Long weekend of streaming. Very good though. Anyway, that's what I'm thinking about doing in the future for Star Wars, is to space out my experiences as questing and class questing and leveling on these characters and the different factions involved, the Sith and Republic, Jedi, and the different classes within those factions, and just space them out over the next couple months. Not to bore you to death, but as I level up a particular class and faction, I'll give you my opinion on it, and then space that over the course of the weeks and months. So anyway, yeah, keep following me, subscribe, follow Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, all the good stuff. It's all there. I'm winding down. I apologize. It's all there on my Twitch account. So anyway, I appreciate it. Thank you. Look forward to next week's first random prize given out to my followers. And you have to remember, the rules are, you have to actually be in the room of that particular day to have your name eligible for the random drawing. And for like maybe bigger prizes, or throughout the next several weeks or months, I might actually have one drawing in which you have 5 days to respond, or a week to respond, or whatever. But for the time being, you have to actually you have to be in the room when the drawing is made, and then you send me a private PM message saying that this is my address, this is my information, and it'll be sent to you in the mail. Probably the next day, or depending on when it is, I'll get it in the mail within the next 3 to 5 days after the actual drawing, so you can get it within that week. Alright, well, I'm going to wrap this up, and I look forward to providing you countless entertainment of talking, streaming, videos like this, and just, having fun. That's simply the point of all this, is simply have fun, and I appreciate it. It means a lot to me, guys. Keep coming back, following, subscribing, YouTube, all that good stuff. You know the drill. I don't want to bore you to death with that. Anyway, my fellow hunters, I'll see you online Wednesday. We'll be doing Northrend stuff and maybe even some Star Wars stuff. See you then, my fellow hunters.